Welcome to the fastest 30 minutes in football. Today on Play to Win, Falcons Saints, a playoff game for the playoffs. We'll have our first bowl previews and picks, plus injury updates and fantasy football championship week.
Play to Win is being brought to you by the Southeastern Nissan dealers and Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers.
Welcome to Play to Win with former Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Fantasy Football League previews with Adam Brown, game analysis with Mickey Williams, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Ed Schechter, medical and injury update with Dr. Andrew Lalage, and your host, Atlanta sports veteran Bob Neal.
The NFL Report is brought to you by the Greater Atlanta Nissan dealers. Innovation that excites.
All right, welcome to the show. I'd like to thank Terrence Mathis, former Falcon great wide receiver, who sat in last week for Jeffrey the Ed Schechter. But Jeffrey is back. And you know what, Jeffrey? He's the only guy who's rich enough, because of his winnings, to take a vacation week right in the middle of football.
Glad to be back, but I did my studying. I watched the games last week, and I'm ready for this week.
All right, ready for picks, not only the NFL, but also college and some bowl games. He calls them the Opportunity Bowls. We'll talk about that later in the show. Opportunity, if you know what I mean. Now let's talk NFL. Let's get started, first of all, with the playoff scenarios, because that's what it's all about in the NFL now. NFC playoff scenarios, Arizona and Detroit would have a bye if they started today, but remember, Arizona's got to play Seattle this week. Green Bay, Dallas, Seattle, and New Orleans. And let's take a look at the AFC playoff scenarios. New England and Denver with byes if it started today. The Ravens and the Colts. Colts got to play Dallas, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. So let's get started. We're going to break down some big games, and there are some big ones that are going to affect that, which means that that scenario I just showed you is going to change after this week. As you see, Seattle, Arizona, Denver, Cincinnati, Baltimore at Houston, and Pittsburgh at Kansas City. And let's start with the Dallas-Indianapolis game. And the big thing that I noticed, Nikki, on that Dallas-Indianapolis game, the Colts, is that Dallas, the leading rusher in the NFL, DeMarco Murray, has a broken hand. Some people say he's going to play, but it's definitely going to affect the game.
It will affect the game. Romo may have to do some more work through the air, but this worked out well against Philly when he connected with Dez Bryant. They had a few touchdown passes to fuel the upset. Then again, we're talking about Romo in December. This is a potluck situation. We don't know which Romo is going to show up.
All right, Dallas, Indianapolis. Dallas probably favored in the game, but Andrew Luck, how do you see it?
Well, I like the way Indianapolis is playing. Andrew Luck and his defense is coming around, and they're an opportunistic defense. And I'm going to tell you, one of the most valuable commodities in the National Football League, Chuck Pagano. I mean, the guy can just flat out coach his butt off. I like this Indianapolis team. I'm not quite sure on Dallas without DeMarco Murray. All
right, our showdown of the week is up next, brought to you by the Georgia Lottery, and that is Seattle at 10-4, Arizona 11-3. And by the way, despite they're on a third-team quarterback, Arizona would clinch the NFC West with a win, and they also get a bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and they've done this all banged up. And, Nikki, they've got a third-string quarterback named Ryan Lindley who's going to play. Arizona is. Can he lead them to a victory over the tough Seattle defense?
Well, I know he sure didn't do it back in 2012 when he got some playing time in with the Seahawks in Seattle. I think that led to a 58-0 Arizona loss. I think Lindley against the Legion of Boom Seattle defense only ends one way, and it does rhyme with boom, but we know it starts with a D.
Exactly. The boom-doom defense of Seattle. I like it. How do you see the game? Let me just put it this way. Does Arizona have a chance to beat them with a third-team quarterback?
No, and I'll tell you why. It starts with the defensive coordinator. If Chuck Pagano, to me, is one of the best coaches in the league, Dan Quinn, Seattle's defensive coordinator, is the most valuable assistant this year in the National Football League. He's got Richard Sherman playing back at a high level. The Legion of Boom are booming people right now, and it starts with the defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn.
All right, Mr. Money, Mr. Boom, Jeffrey the Ed Schechter, time for your picks. Let's see what you got going on the picks for our NFL games this week. And you like Dallas.
Dallas wins out. They could be number one seed in the NFC. I think they'll beat Indy this week.
All right, Seattle, Arizona. You're liking the Seahawks on their defense, I guess?
Arizona's been my team all year. Seattle's playing Seattle football. I think Arizona's going to be very happy to come out with their lives. So give the 7.5.
Denver, Cincinnati. I know you're thinking maybe Peyton Manning's slipping a little.
As long as Andy Dalton doesn't get in the way, Cincinnati should beat them. Denver, they got weaknesses, and one of their weaknesses, their quarterback can't throw the ball downfield, and Cincinnati's going to challenge him.
And their quarterback only happens to be Peyton Manning. We'll be back in just a moment with more as we continue with Play to Win Holiday Edition.
It's a great time to drop into Nissan for up to 1,000 holiday bonus cash on select models from our most innovative lineup ever. The most exciting event of the season is going on now at Nissan.
Lease Altima just $189 per month, or choose 0% plus save up to $2,000.
Get to Nissan's holiday event.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Oh, a kitty book. Now everyone will know I'm still single. Yay.
Oh, man, this is going to go straight in the trash.
Oh, I'm gonna look like a mountain of cotton candy.
I'm gonna accidentally leave this behind tonight.
Let's never do this again.
Give a better gift this year, like a chance to win up to $750,000 with the Jingle Bucks family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
Energy is the world's greatest escape artist. A sliver of space, and it's gone. But Georgia Power can help you stop it from slipping away. Take our free online energy checkup and learn ways to save. Then get rebates after you make efficiency improvements around your home. You'll keep your energy and money where it belongs. Learn more at georgiapower.com/save.
Right after I got hurt in my car wreck, the other guy's insurance company offered to fix my car. But they only offered me $750 for my injuries. And then they wanted me to sign this.
Don't sign anything until you've talked to me. I'm Attorney John Foy, the Strong Arm. You may be giving up tens of thousands of dollars by signing the insurance company's release form. Call me.
Their insurance company offered to fix my car and offered me this check for $1,000.
Don't take that check. Let me get you the money you deserve. Call on the Strong Arm.
Call Attorney John Foy, the Strong Arm.
Hometown Team Report is being brought to you by Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers, bringing a higher order of pizza to Atlanta for 40 years.
All right, time for the Hometown Team Report. We're going to start with our 68 seconds with 680. John Kincaid, one of the favorites of mine on talk radio. I like to call John Mr. Positive, and here he is.
Guys, I'm wearing black today for a reason. Not just because it makes me look great, but because of the fact that I'm attending a funeral this weekend. A funeral for an NFL team that has gone 9-21 the last 2 seasons. Your Atlanta Falcons. Question is, do you want to try to salvage cosmetic victory in a 5-9 season to try to sneak your way into the playoffs? Or do you want to be more forward-thinking and think ahead to the Falcons' future? Think of it this way. Falcons lose this weekend. They will most likely draft 7th. If the Falcons win this weekend, they draft no better than 21st. Think about what winning the NFC South this year means. It is something that could radically change the future of the Falcons. Draft 7th, you get guys like Chuck Smith. Draft 21st, you get guys like me. You want a future that's strong, right, Falcon fans? Reject the urge. Let them lose this weekend. Attend the funeral with me and have a very, very bright future. From the afterlife, I'm John Kincaid. Back to you.
All right, John. However, there's one thing he leaves out there. If you're a fan, if you're a talk radio guy or a television sports talk person, it's one thing. But another to talk to a player about it.
That was good stuff, John.
That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
By the way, Chuck would have gone higher than 7th, like 3rd or something like that.
I wish.
But I want to talk about this from a player's point of view. Fans and people like that, we talk about what the Falcons ought to do, but players want to win.
Right, and the players want to dance because the bottom line when you think of the playoffs, to get to the Super Bowl, you got to be in the dance. And to dance, you got to be there. So players are they're built to win. And I understand from a fan's perspective, it's sexy. You want to rebuild with the draft, but there are no guarantees through the draft. To me, it's all about the players competing and trying to win now. And also, it's a little change at the end of the day, some bonuses and money to be paid. So it's also the players' livelihood. So it's not the fantasy world of football as we see it from the outside looking in.
Yeah, even owners and general managers and fans and sports talk people can talk about that, but players go to play as we know it.
You got to play to win.
Exactly.
Literally.
Play to win. I like that. This
like
guy
that.
is good. He should run for Senate, no question about it, and I'll vote for him.
Remember this. If they draft 7th, Smith won't be the coach. If they draft 21st, he will be the coach.
Oh, yeah. I don't know whether you want to look at that as good or bad news. Nikki, let's talk about the game. The Saints and the Falcons in New Orleans. Your thoughts on it?
This is important regardless of what the outcome is for a playoff scenario because it's Saints and Falcons. And I'll side with Roddy White. He was a smart aleck about this whole funeral stuff. He said, may we rest in peace. More like just a watch and see. We're going into this.
He should have said
but
bring it.
he kind of said bring it.
No, he didn't. He should have said bring it. That's what he should have said.
Well, you know
bring
who's
it
going to
on.
bring it are the Falcons. They don't mess around when it comes to the Saints. They're going to come to win.
Yeah, I think it's really going to be a close game. That's one thing I think about it. Just quickly, we have time about the Carolina Panthers playing this week, and it's Carolina and Cleveland. Cam Newton looks like he's been practicing big play, and Johnny football. Your thoughts on that game?
What only Johnny's going to matter is Jonathan Stewart for Carolina. They're running the ball with Jonathan Stewart. Johnny Manziel right now, he's a rookie, and he has a rookie day like he did last week. They're going to get blown out again. Cam Newton, if he comes back, I like Carolina taking care of business.
All right, Jeffrey the Edge, let's pick those games. First of all, Jeffrey, how do you see that one coming down in New Orleans?
New Orleans, strange team. They beat Chicago easy, but they didn't look good. They should have scored 60 points against that team.
And notice no line on Cleveland, Carolina.
Cleveland did the impossible last week. They made Andy Dalton look good. The best quarterback in Ohio is the freshman on Ohio State. The Indians are scouting Cleveland because they say Manziel has a good changeup. There's no number on the game. If something comes out 4 or less Carolina, either Newton or Anderson's a quarterback, just go with Carolina. Give the 4.
By the way, Jeffrey's here all week. Be sure and tip your waiters. He'll be here with his one-liners.
He came back funnier than ever. Welcome back, Jeff.
Welcome back. We'll be back in a moment with the Player Medical Report. Dr. A joins us.
Why can't I have a slice of yours?
You're a cartoon. You can only have cartoon pizza.
It's not fair.
Look, this pie is 100% real, and you're colored ink. It's physics, man.
Well, can you buy me a beer?
I can buy you a cartoon beer. Are you single?
It's right.
Everyone wants real mellow mushroom pizza because our pies use premium meats and cheeses, fresh veggies, and spring water dough baked with wheat goodness. Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza.
There's nothing like waking up on that first cold day of winter weather and turning on your heating system only to find out it doesn't work. I'm Tommy Estes. Call Estes Services ahead of time and avoid the discomfort. With our pre-season maintenance and safety inspection, your system can be running at peak efficiency. Call us today or visit estesair.com and find out everything this inspection offers. Save energy and money with dual fuel. Call your man for all seasons at Estes.
We'll fix it at the speed of life.
Today's Player Medical Report is being brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, now a certified member of the MD Anderson Cancer Network.
Now we have our Player Medical Report with Dr. A, also known as Dr. Andrew Lalage, who is the Chief Medical Officer of the Radiology Group and also the creator of a great website, InsideInjuries.com. If you're a football fan, you have to see it. You can also follow it on Twitter. I noticed one of the things you were talking about was Frank Gore, but I want to start with big names being injured this time of year. DeMarco Murray for the Cowboys, big game, Cowboys, Colts.
Absolutely,
yet, broken hand, yet they say he's probably going to play in this game.
You know, it's amazing that someone with a broken hand could start a week later, but essentially what they do is it's a fractured metacarpal. They put the two pieces of bone together and they put a metallic hardware around it. It has to heal. Now, he will play, but they have to protect it.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a cast in that left hand, and he won't have both hands to control the ball, so he may be a fumble risk, but he'll be good to go.
All right, well, let's get a look at the player grades now, and we're going to start with DeMarco.
Yeah, so he was a C+. We just downgraded him to a C about that fumble risk that we talked about. He's only been downgraded to a C.
All right, how about Ty Hilton?
T.Y. Hilton is downgraded to a B-. Again, wide receiver, hamstring injury, kills speed, so that's why he's downgraded a little bit, but he'll be okay.
Peyton Manning?
He's okay. B+, we didn't downgrade him. He just has a thigh injury.
And finally, Frank Gore with San Francisco.
So pretty significant concussion that he sustained. C+ grade, down from all the way from a B, and so he's only at 60 performance. I would not start him this week.
All right, later in the show, Dr. A will have a sleeper for us also. That's the Player Medical Report.
Unwrap a great new deal on a new vehicle during the Big Finish at Mall of Georgia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pick out a new Dodge Dart SE with automatic for only $189 per month. This is a purchase, not a lease. A 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited is only $229 per month. Also a purchase and not a lease. Or find a 2014 Ram 1500 Crew Cab for just $359 per month. Purchase, not a lease. The Big Finish at Mall of Georgia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or online at yourdodge.com.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
Make your dreams come true this season with the Infinity Limited Engagement Winter Event. Right now, lease an Infinity Q50 for $329 a month. Visit your Atlanta area Infinity retailer.
Today's injury report is brought to you by John Foy and Associates. If you've been injured in an accident, be sure to call John Foy, the strong arm.
On the NFL injury list this week, I'm focusing on NFC South. That means, of course, the Falcons, Saints, and Panthers. Julio Jones, hip questionable, probably play. Roddy White also and Harry Douglas have been banged up, but they'll all play probably on Sunday against the Saints. Robert Alford won't risk out. William Moore is questionable. Cam Newton's back at practice, listed as doubtful. Some think he'll play. DeMarco Murray with the Dallas Cowboys, hand questionable. I think he'll play. And for the Saints, Gillette and Hawthorne both have injuries but are probable to play. And that is the NFL injury report brought to you by John Foy and Associates. And now it is time for the Fantasy Football Report with Adam Brown, brought to you by Estes Services. Adam, good to see you.
Good to see you, Bob.
We're talking about Fantasy Football Championship Week. What does that mean to the uninitiated?
So basically what it means is all these leagues that have 12 teams, 10-team leagues, they dwindle down to the playoffs, and it's a championship week for the best two teams in the league.
All right, let's get started with who's hot and who's not, or who's cold, although most of them are hot this week. Breeze and Ryan there on the hot quarterbacks.
Fantasy football dream matchup this week. So much offense this week. Matt Ryan has put up 10 touchdowns the past 4 games. 300-yard games in 3 straight games. And in week 1 versus New Orleans, he had 440 yards and 3 touchdowns.
All right, let's go to running backs now. By the way, these numbers you see up there are Adam's projections of what these players will produce in the games.
Eddie Lacy this week, back on track. Against bad Tampa Bay defense, they're giving up 20.3 points per game to opposing running backs, and Lacy's averaging 100 yards per game the past 6 weeks.
All right, wide receivers, you like Odell Beckham Jr. again.
Just like last week, he had a big week last week, but the past 2 weeks, 23 catches, 273, 4 touchdowns, and St. Louis's defense is giving up 25.4 points a game to receivers.
All right, tight ends becoming a big factor in the National Football League over the last few years.
They are. Greg Olsen is the man. Look, last week he had a huge week, 10 catches, 110 yards. He has a great rapport with Anderson and with Newton. Look for him to have another big game this week and again against Atlanta next week.
All right, how about kickers? I like this guy. This guy at the top, just like Adam Brown, is called Money by Bob Neal.
I appreciate it, but Matt Bryant is money. Who else would you rather have kick a field goal late in the game other than Matt Bryant?
All right, and one final thing as we go away, you've got a sleeper to watch for. I wouldn't be expecting this with Matt Forte.
Matt Forte, Chicago. Even if Jimmy Clausen is the starting quarterback, it doesn't matter. He'll manage the game, he'll dump off passes to you, and he'll score a lot of points because of the catching the ball.
All right, great job again.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Money, Adam Brown, Fantasy Football, back in a moment with more.
Your life moves fast, so when your plumbing goes bad, we know you want it fixed fast. I'm Tommy Estes, inviting you to see what we can provide with our plumbing services. We're dedicated to the same high standards of quality we've held ourselves to since 1949. From leak repairs to water pressure, from water heaters to toilet issues, Estes is dependable, proven, and ready to help. Call Estes and we'll fix it at the speed of life.
We'll fix it at the speed of life.
Right after I got hurt in my car wreck, the other guy's insurance company offered to fix my car, but they only offered me $750 for my injuries, and then they wanted me to sign this.
Don't sign anything until you've talked to me. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. You may be giving up tens of thousands of dollars by signing the insurance company's release form. Call me.
That same day, the insurance company said they will fix my car and offered me this check for $600.
Don't take that check. Let me get you the money you deserve. Call on the strong arm.
Look at this. I'm totally taking this back. This is hideous.
I put absolutely no thought into it.
It's so obvious.
Oh, you must think I'm still fat. I do. I'm gonna smash this little guy with a bat. I'll help you.
Give a better gift this year, like a chance to win up to $750,000 with the Jingle Bucks family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
Our college football report is being brought to you by Mall of Georgia, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Kia Mall of Georgia.
The college football palooza is underway. We're going to talk about some big games from the southern teams involved in bowls. By the way, we'll deal with Georgia, Louisville, and Georgia Tech, Mississippi State next week. Miami, South Carolina is where we're going to get started. The Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana. Chuck, what do you think of that one?
Steve Spurrier has lost a step.
Whoa, okay, so maybe Miami.
Simple as that.
All
I
right.
like Miami.
Oklahoma, Clemson is our next one. Nikki, how about that one? The Russell Athletic Bowl in Orlando.
There's been two different Clemson offenses this year, one with Deshaun Watson and one without him. We're going to be without him. Cole Stout, not the guy to take them to victory on this one.
Okay, Jeffrey, this is an interesting Notre Dame LSU in the Music City Bowl in Nashville.
Bear Bryant said luck follows speed. No luck for the Irish because they have no speed, and LSU has plenty of speed.
All right, this is a great ball game. Auburn and Wisconsin, the Outback Bowl in Tampa. Really a good matchup.
Especially now that we know there's a new blueprint to beat Wisconsin, which is stop Gordon. Tigers stop Gordon, game is theirs.
All right, Melvin Gordon. All right, Iowa, Tennessee, your alma mater back 6-6 in a bowl game.
I'll just keep it simple. I believe in Butch. Go Vols. A little Homer love there. Come on, got to play the Homer side this time.
Exactly, you do.
Nah,
you do,
but
of course, you're a volunteer.
Tennessee's on their way back. Butch is doing a heck of a job now recruiting.
He just got a bump in his contract and an extension.
Yeah, he did.
And rightfully so. I was hoping Michigan might be able to get him. By the way, latest on Michigan, real serious talks with Jim Harbaugh. That's another story right now. Let's look at the picks that Jeffrey has, and I like what you call these picks, some of the very early games that are going to be starting today.
These games are games that in September, October, November, you might not even look at, but being that there's nothing else this week, we look at these games, but there are some opportunities.
All right, the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Love Air Force getting 1 point.
Miami Beach Bowl.
I like BYU getting a point against Memphis.
How about this one, the Boca Bowl?
Both teams won their division. Marshall's kind of come back to earth. Northern Illinois is playing good ball. And I love Navy against San Diego State getting 3. You're always going to do well with a service academy.
Okay, there you go. Opportunity Bowls, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. And by the way, Navy San Diego State is our final pick there. That's the Poinsettia Bowl, as you say. You like Navy +3.
The service academies all come to play. And Air Force and Navy, they're going to come to play.
All right, we're going to come back in just a moment with the lightning round, but I just wanted to compliment Nikki. We were supposed to wear something festive because it's holiday season, but look at Miss Festive. Wow.
Whoa, no, it's not all that. I was working at the
that.
Children's Hospital today as Tinkerbell. One day I'm going to be too old to be Tinkerbell. That day may be now, but they haven't told me no yet. So I continue to put on glitter and go down there and hang out with the Bert's Big Adventure kids.
I know there's some little boys at the
my crown
hospital who are
off.
pretty darned happy today. Lightning round is next on Play to Win.
Our 10th anniversary celebration ends this month with our biggest year-end sale down ever now at Kia Mall of Georgia. Treat yourself to a new 2015 Kia Sorento starting at only $19,997 or choose 0% APR for up to 72 months. We have the 2015 Kia Optima starting at just $16,997 or choose 0% APR for up to 72 months. Two amazing cars with 0% APR for up to 72 months. Kia Mall of Georgia, 2.5 miles west of the Mall of Georgia or online at lovemykia.com.
Energy is the world's greatest escape artist. Just a sliver of space and it's gone, taking your money with it. But Georgia Power can help. We have tools and resources like My Power Usage to help you use energy more efficiently. And we offer a variety of energy efficiency programs like refrigerator recycling that can help reduce your bill. Start making energy improvements around your home. Learn more ways to save money and energy at georgiapower.com/save.
Wizard, can you make me real so I can eat real mellow mushroom pizza instead of cartoon pizza?
Stand back. Here we go. Alakazam! Wiggity stickity poof!
I'm still a cartoon.
Then that'd be a no.
Everyone wants real mellow mushroom pizza because our pies use premium meats and cheeses, fresh veggies, and spring water dough baked with wheat goodness.
Wiggity stickity poof.
Mellow mushroom, a higher order of pizza.
It's a great time to drop into Nissan.
for up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on select models from our most innovative lineup ever. The most exciting event of the season is going on now at Nissan.
Lease Altima just $189 per month, or choose 0% plus save up to $2,000.
Get to Nissan's holiday event.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Today's Lightning Round is brought to you by Georgia Power Company. Get energy efficient and get rebates from Georgia Power. Go to georgiapower.com.
All right, time for the red, green, and blue lightning round with Jeffrey the Edge Schechter. Jeffrey, I see you're starting with Minnesota at Miami.
Minnesota's improving. They win their last 2 games. They finish 500. They should beat Miami. Take the 6.5.
Like Pittsburgh over Kansas City.
Give the 3 with Pittsburgh.
Oakland over Buffalo.
Last week, everybody loved Green Bay. The game came down from 5-3. Got to go with Green Bay. This guy didn't do that. Now everybody loves Buffalo. Take Oakland.
All right, Ravens and Houston.
Houston doesn't have a quarterback. This is Baltimore's time of year. Give the 6 with Baltimore.
All right, there you go. Jeffrey the Edge in the red, blue, green holiday festive lightning round. And Dr. Ray has joined us again. You always have a sleeper.
That's right. A- grade. Matt Ryan against the New Orleans Saints. Poor defense. I'm going with Matt Ryan. A- grade all year.
All right, that's a sleeper. Now, it's the holiday show, of course. It's Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas from all of us up here. And as you can see, how about our red, blue, green lights back there?
I like it.
All right, we're kind of a Christmas tree of a show. I want to ask each one of you, if Santa were to come in here today, what would you want him to deliver you, Dr. A?
As a golfer and a doctor, 3 points less on my handicap, please.
Okay, that's a selfish Christmas tree wish. What would you like to get from Santa?
12 out of 12.
12 out of 12 on the page. I would like that too. Nikki?
I'd sit on his lap and ask for a Falcons win, and I'd wish my colleague Chuck a very happy birthday tomorrow, as he calls it his birthday.
Happy 21st, yes.
Happy birthday. What
Take
Santa?
a shot, why don't you too?
Yeah, Santa gift.
I'd say it would be a nice big truck to haul my equipment around.
Okay, there you go. And what I want us to continue doing Play to Win. I want you to continue watching, and I want you to play to win this week. See you next week.
Play to Win has been brought to you by John Foy and Associates and Kia Mall of Georgia and Mall of Georgia Chrysler Dodge Jeep.